When working with dogs, there's always inherent risk. Urban Dogs LLC is not responsible for damages to any person, animals, or property by those attempting these procedures. Hi, my name is Drayton Michaels. I'm a dog trainer and behavior technician. My websites are urbandogs.com and pitbullguru.com. This video is about the contingencies when walking dogs in urban and city environments. The environment is the most influential variable in dog behavior. You cannot escape the contingencies of the environment when outside. However, you can drastically reduce stress by paying attention and being prepared. As we discussed in the video on leash mechanics, the environment can change in a nanosecond, and the awareness of the human combined with efficient leash walking skills will do wonders to reduce stress and create success when training in open environments. Open environments have special considerations. These are called sudden environmental contrasts. When a sudden stimulus appears in the dog's peripherals, they usually orient. This orientation results in a few responses. 1. The dog watches the passing stimuli with a varying level of interest depending on what it is and how close it is. 2. The dog barks once or twice or continually. 3. The dog lunges once or repeatedly. 4. The dog looks at the sudden stimulus and then looks back at the human. It is this last response we usually like the best. This way the dog is checking in. More on this later in the video. Anything can happen on a dog walk, so the first aspect of dog walking is awareness to the environment. This is equal in importance with holding the leash securely. Pay attention. As long as the dog has no history of inordinate scavenging, keep a watch on the environment in a 360-degree fashion while looking back at the dog intermittently. This helps reduce stress. Is the dog in a new environment with lots of new smells, new sights, and new sounds? This may make a dog more excited, more distracted, more frustrated, pull excessively, or perhaps become apprehensive or fearful. Be mindful of what is occurring in the environment as far as passing people, passing dogs, cars, bikes, etc. Even in environments that are familiar, sudden changes can occur that startle a dog. All this stimulation is being detected by the dog and processed as safe, unsafe, or neutral. This is done largely through scent by a part of the brain called the amygdala. This is what regulates stress and fear for dogs. We'll be discussing scent and scent motivation in future videos. Remember, dogs are making an association to the environment all the time. Many times, a negative association is made by the dog when they're actually safe, or there's a momentary startle that causes the dog to react. It does not mean your dog is becoming aggressive. It usually means your dog is normal and has been startled in some way. Do not address dog reactivity with leash jerks, scolding, shock collars, choke collars, or pinning the dog. This will just create a further negative association. Seeing as dogs generalize fear very easy, you do not want the predictive value of stimuli to have a negative association. Thus, the dog could develop a general fear of being on leash. Obtaining better responses from the dog on leash are achieved through reinforcing behaviors that result in the dog checking in with the human. Obtaining more check-in responses will be increased by the following cues. Look, leave it, touch, and name recognition all help the dog disengage more readily. Also, when you pay for prompts such as whistles or kissy sounds, this helps the dog check in and disengage more readily as well. Paying for steps when the dog is walking by the side of the human is also a great way to help the dog focus on the human. Pay in this case equals food. Remember, when you mark yes and you pay with high-value food rewards for simply orienting or hearing a stimulus, this creates an overall positive association for the dog to many environments. This is known as counter-conditioning. We'll devote a video to counter-conditioning in the future, and we'll address how to and why to train all these cues on your dog walks. Remember, use luring to orchestrate movements when you need the dog to move quickly and the dog is distracted. This helps to manipulate the environment. There's quite a bit you can train on your average everyday dog walk, so stay engaged and stay focused. Be mindful of things that trigger the dog to react. Either avoid certain areas, people, dogs, etc. known to make the dog react, Or manipulate the environment by way of creating distance. You can also manipulate the leash length by shortening and folding and doing the leash walk-up. You can also orchestrate the dog movements through counter-conditioning, and this decreases reactivity, fears, frustrations, or startle caused by sudden environmental change. Things that appear normal to us may cause some dogs to have fear, startle, or just be odd. By padding these experiences with counter-conditioning and desensitization, having reassurance at the ready, this helps dogs in the future when they may be met with these sudden changes. Most times, due to allowing the dog to smell to their heart's content, they have their head, nose, and eyes towards the ground. This gives humans the advantage to watch the environment and plan accordingly. Most times, when you get a jump on the impending stimuli, you can train or manage and get better results. The best you will get is a 90 to 95% reduction of the dog's reactivity, which is pretty amazing considering how much is occurring outside on a dog walk. The reality is you're training in an open environment and life will happen. Nothing is perfect. However, with awareness, better leash handling skills, and being proactive with training or management, we can achieve amazing results in a reasonable amount of time under reasonable circumstances. As with all areas of life, the better one is prepared, the better the outcome. That is the take-home of this video and the other videos on leash walking. Be prepared. Stay safe. Be aware. Stay dedicated, organized, and gentle on the dog walk, and you'll see a reduction in stress and an increase in success sooner rather than later. If you would like more information on dog training, check out Dedicated, Organized, Gentle. This 74-minute dog training DVD provides a great foundation for you and your dog. Thanks for watching. This has been a K9 Sun Media presentation.